I speak to people just like you every single day, and you ask me the same question. Is this real? And how much money do I need to get into rent to rent? Well, good news. In this video, I'm going to share it all. I'm Simon, rent to rent specialist. And when I started in rent to rent, I had a few £1,000s. All right. And I've now scaled to guaranteeing over £4 million of landlord rent. And I built a 7-figure annual revenue rent to rent business that's completely transformed my life. But in this video, I want to go a little bit deeper, and I talk about this in the book. How much money do you need to do this? And we're going to look at your goals. I'm going to give you an exercise that you can do to work out the formula as to how you can achieve your goals. And then if you want to know exactly how to do it, you should definitely grab yourself a copy of the book. So I'll post a link in the description below. Absolutely epic. Grab it right now. Rent to Rent 2.0, the art of cash flowing a property you don't own. And in terms of this video, let's get into the value. So let's talk about it. Now, there's this myth out there that rent to rent is a no money down strategy. Sorry, kids, it's not true. Any type of property investment, you are going to need money. Any type of business, you're going to need money. And anybody that tells you otherwise, they're just trying to sell you a course. Don't listen to them. They're the devil. All right? So what you need to do is you need to just understand that in order for you to get something, you're going to have to put something in. And the more you can put in, the quicker you can grow, the better the deal, the more you're going to be able to do, and the quicker you are going to be able to hit your goal. So I want to do an exercise. And the exercise is this. Close your eyes and think of a figure that you need to solve your problem, or what I prefer to call it is motivation. So let's say your motivation is you want to quit your job because you hate your boss and you're exchanging your time for money and you don't want to be doing this for the next 20 years. You need £3,000. Think of that figure, write it down, £3,000, okay? The next thing you want to do is you want to divide that figure by £1,000, which is the average cash flow for a good Rent to Rent 2.0 deal. And that's going to tell you how many deals you need to hit that goal. So in that example, 3 deals. £1,000 a deal, 3 deals, £3,000, quit your job, go in there, punch them in the face, walk out, have a lovely time. All right? That's what you can do. Now, the thing is this. It's not just going to be about the cost of the properties themselves, but on average, you're going to be looking at £7,000 per property deal. And that includes cosmetic refurbs, first month's rent, and deposit. Sometimes it'd be less, but I don't want to go too conservative. I want to give you a good, strong example, and then you know what's what. So in this example, you would need 7, 14, 21, quick maths, £21,000 for the 3 deals, if you was to do them in one day. The next thing you're going to need around £1,000 to set up your rent to rent business. All right, which is 22 grand. And then if you want any help implementing this stuff, if you feel like you want to do a course or you want mentorships or anything like that, you need that on top. But lucky for you, you can just buy the book. It's epic. Trust me, hit the link. Yeah, sorry about that. So essentially in that example, you're going to need 7, 14, 21, 22 grand. And then how much is the book? Tenner. Happy days. And if you want my help implementing it, holla. But yeah, basically guys, on the real though, seriously, you're going to need around £1,000 set up, 3 deals at 7 grand, money for education or implementation of that, and you are away. But I'm talking about that is to solve your goal and to get out of work. You don't need all that up front. At the beginning, you just need to put one foot in front of the other and get things moving. So even if it is just buying the book or just signing up for a course initially to get educated, that's fine in the first instance. Then you might be able to afford the setup fee. Then you might be able to start searching for deals. And then when you get the right one, you can then raise the finance. That's fine. Because keep in mind, once you've got one deal making £1,000 a month, all right, you can start to save some of that and then you can save up quickly. So if you're sat there with, let's say, 7, 8 grand, 10 grand would be great for you to get started on that journey. If you're sat there with 1,000, 2,000, my advice is to focus on getting educated and set up first, and then you can start moving. So this is just a ballpark. And I know some of you are like, what? It's gonna cost 22 grand for me to do rent to rent. Don't worry. I've got some deals where all I've done is buy a microwave. So what you can do is you can start to target properties that need less work depending on your budget. And that's okay too. But if you want to generate massive income and you want to do this quickly, you are going to need money. And one more top tip. It all depends on how quickly you want to do this. So let's just dig a bit deeper into that. If you want to get the 3 grand within 3 years or 5 years, then you don't need all that money right now. You could be saving £500 a month in your job, get one deal that's then generating £1,000, and you could do it over 2 or 3 years, no problem. Keep in mind, once you're earning 3 grand a month, technically, if you're not taking the money yet, delayed gratification, technically you could probably do one rent to rent deal every month with the 6 grand, give or take. But if you want to move quick, having that money up front would be fantastic. So when I started, I only had a few grand. I started my first deal because I'm all about start now, get perfect later. I then got a credit card to finish the refurb and took a loan of 3 grand because it was gonna cost me more like 7 grand for my first deal. And then when I got to my second deal and I had proof of concept, I then got a loan of 20 grand. And then what I did was I went and did 5 deals really, really quickly. So I was earning 5 grand a month. And then I was able to do a deal a month on the cash flow. And the rest, my friends, is history. So there you have it, the truth. This is how much you need. I go through the exact step-by-step process of everything that you need to do, right from the beginning all the way to the end in the Rent to Rent 2.0 book. Hit the link below to get your copy now. I appreciate you. There's so much stuff going on and I'm so excited for what's going to happen over the next 6 months. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram @SimonSmithOnline and I'll see you soon.